In the last lecture, we talked about inserting and updating records. In this lecture, we'll learn about inserting related records and other operations like upsert, merge, and delete. To insert records related to existing records, the object should have been related by a lookup or master detail relationship. In this example, since contact and account are related through a lookup relationship, let's try to insert an account record first, then create a contact related to that account. We'll start with a try-catch block. Let's create an account called alpha account and insert that into the database. Once the account record is written to the database, the record will be populated with an ID. We can fetch the ID of the record we just inserted. ID account ID equals account.id. To create a contact record, we can say contact C equals new contact with attributes first name equals Joe, last name equals Smith. Here, account ID is the lookup field on the contact object to the account. This would be the ID of the account we just inserted earlier. In case we have an exception, let's write that to the log. Let's run this code. Looks like there are no errors. If I open the account record, alpha account, and scroll down, you can see the related contact Joe Smith. Now let's talk about upsert. Upsert is a combination of two operations, insert or update, in one call. To determine whether a record already exists, the upsert statement uses a record's ID as a key to match records. A custom external ID field or a standard field with the ID lookup attribute set to true. If the key is not matched, then a new record is created. If a key is matched once, then the existing record is updated. If the key is matched multiple times, then an error is generated and the object record is neither inserted or updated. In this example, we'll be querying for a list of accounts whose billing city is Bombay, and we are updating the billing city to Mumbai. Let's create an accounts list by querying the account object where billing city is Bombay. Account accounts list equals select ID name billing city from account where billing city equals Bombay. Now I want to update the billing city to Mumbai for all the records that I've just queried. Let's use a for loop. For account A, from accounts list, A.billing city equals Mumbai. We are looping through the list of accounts and updating the billing city for all those accounts to Mumbai. We are not making a DML call yet. Let's also create a new account with name Acme and billing city equals San Francisco. And add this account to the accounts list. Let's use a try-catch block and use a DML statement to upsert the accounts list. If you noticed, both the insert and update operations are happening with a single upsert call. I can also log the exception message if I have any. Let's run the code. We just updated the accounts and also inserted a new account with one DML call, upsert. Did you know that we can also merge records using DML, especially when we have a duplicate lead, contact, or an account record? Cleaning up your data might be a good idea. We can merge up to 3 records of the same S-object type. The merge operation merges up to 3 records into one of the records, deletes the others, and reparents any related records. Let's try this. Imagine there are 2 account records, Solar City and Solar City Inc. Instead of having 2 accounts, it makes sense to merge them into one. And the account Solar City has a related contact record. After we merge the Solar City account with Solar City Inc., the contact record that was earlier related to SolarCity should be moved to SolarCity Inc. And also, after merging, the merged record should be deleted and we should have only one record after the merge operation. Let's try to simulate this by first creating two accounts, SolarCity and SolarCity Inc. List account list equals new list account, new account name equals SolarCity Inc. and new account name equals SolarCity, and let's insert them using a DML statement, insert account list. Let's query for each of those accounts. I'm calling the SolarCity Inc. the master account and SolarCity as the merge account. Account master account equals select ID name from account where name equals SolarCity Inc. limit 1. Account merge account equals select ID name from account where name equals SolarCity limit 1. Let's try to add the contact to the merge account. Contact C equals new contact, first name equals Joe, last name equals Raymond. C.account ID equals merge account.id. Insert C. Let's use a try-catch block here. Now let's try to merge master account with merge account. If there is any error, we can write that to the debug log. Once the account is merged with the master account, the related contact should be moved to the master record as well. To verify that using code, we can construct a subquery. Master account equals select ID name, select first name, last name from contacts from account where name equals SolarCity Inc. limit 1. In this query, we are trying to fetch the account ID, account name, as well as the first and last names of contacts that are related to the account SolarCity Inc. We can see if the master account has any related contacts by using a system.assert statement. This assert statement is going to check if the condition is true, otherwise it will halt the operation. System.assert master account.get sObjects contacts.size greater than 0. Also, we can verify the first name of the related contact is Joe using a system.assert equals Joe master account.get sObjects contacts 0, which is the first item in the contacts list, .get first name. Also, we can verify if the last name of the related contact is Raymond. System.assert equals Raymond master account.get sObjects contacts 0 .get last name. One last thing, we also need to check if the merged account got deleted. We can query for the account with the merge account ID. Account result equals select ID name from account where ID equals merge account.id. I can make sure that the size of the result list is 0 by using another system.assert equals statement. System.assert equals 0, result.size. Let's run this code. There are no errors. Using this code, we merged two similar accounts and made sure they were merged successfully, and also the merged account was deleted. Let me quickly open the account SolarCity Inc. We can see that we also have the related contact whose first name is Joe and last name is Raymond. Now let's talk about deleting records. After we persist records in the database, we can also delete those records using the delete operation, which is pretty straightforward. For example, let's query for all the accounts where name equals ABC Inc. account doomed accounts equals select ID name from account where name equals ABC Inc. And we can delete the doomed accounts using the DML call. Like before, it's always good to wrap the code that is trying to modify records in a try-catch block. In case there is an exception, it becomes easy to debug. Running this code would delete the list of doomed accounts. Some important things to make note of. The delete operation supports cascading deletions. That means if you delete a parent record, you delete its children automatically, as long as each child record can be deleted. For example, if you delete a case record, Apex automatically deletes any case comment, case history, and case solution records associated with that case. For whatever reason, if a particular child record is not deletable or is currently being used, then the delete operation on the parent case would roll back. After you have deleted records, the records are placed in the recycle bin for 15 days, after which they are permanently deleted. While the records are still in the recycle bin, we can restore them using the undelete operation. This is quite useful in case you accidentally deleted records that you want to keep. For example, let's create an account and related contact and then delete them. Later, we'll try to restore them. We'll start by creating a new account called Trump and related contact called Jones. Account A equals new account, name equals Trump. Insert A, insert new contact, last name equals Jones, account ID equals A.ID. Now let's delete the account using a DML statement. Technically, the deleted record should be there in the recycle bin. We can restore them by first putting them into the list called restore accounts equals select ID name from account where name equals Trump all rows. This keyword all rows is quite useful. It queries all rows for both top level and aggregate relationships, including deleted records. And using an undelete operation, we can restore records. Undelete, restore accounts. In this code, we created an account and a related contact, then we deleted the account and later restored it. If I go back to my Accounts tab, I should be able to find the account called Trump. In Apex, we can use forUpdate keyword to lock SObject records while they are being updated in order to prevent race conditions and other thread safety problems. While an SObject record is locked, no other client or user is allowed to make updates either through code or the Salesforce UI. The client locking the records can perform logic on the records and make updates with the guarantee that the locked records won't be changed by another client during the lock period. The lock gets released when the transaction completes. To lock a set of SObject records in Apex, embed the keyword forUpdate after any inline SOQL statement. For example, the following statement, in addition to querying two accounts, also locks the accounts that are returned. There are a couple of locking considerations. While the records are locked by a client, the locking client can modify the field values in the database in the same transaction. Other clients have to wait until the transaction completes and the records are no longer locked before being able to update the same records. Other clients can still query the same records while they are locked. If you attempt to lock a record currently locked by another client, your process waits for the lock to be released before acquiring a new lock. If the lock isn't released within 10 seconds, you'll get a query exception. Similarly, if you attempt to update a record currently logged by another client and the lock isn't released within 10 seconds, you'll get a DML exception. You can check out the record locking cheat sheet for more information on this. To quickly summarize, in this lecture, we learned about inserting related records and other operations like upsert, merge, delete, and undelete. The delete operation supports cascading deletions. That means if you delete a parent record, you delete its children automatically, as long as each child record can be deleted. The allRows keyword queries all rows for both top-level and aggregate relationships, including deleted records. In Apex, we can use forUpdate keyword to lock sObject records while they are being updated. While the records are logged by a client, the locking client can modify the field values in the database in the same transaction. Other clients have to wait until the transaction completes. In the next lecture, we'll talk about triggers.